but there's free Domino's and it's going to pay. Hey, let's go.
Now Domino's then use catch you. Wait.
Maybe my kind of hairstyle will possibly not show that I'm born again, So
no, they have to. You've proposed to me.
Okay.
So,
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Joy Tribe, how are we all doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever the time is. At the time you're watching this, it's so good to be back. On here. I feel like this is like the first interview I'm doing in a long while. So I think it is okay for me to say thank you to every single one of you who has been a part of this journey. I feel like it was like I had like a break because I was shooting most of the videos I've been putting out. I've been videos from my graduation, life in Cyprus, and all of those things. So it's really been a while. So how are we doing? I'm back now, don't worry. Now I'm back with the interviews. I'll do, more sit-down videos also. But I really just want to say thank you for all your wishes, for all your congratulations. And by the way, since I got back, I've attended like a lot of events, and most of the time when I attend events, I'm really always seeing people from YouTube. And I'll just say somebody say, hey, I'm a member of the Joy Tribe. I'm literally going to scream. I'm like, you are the real people. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you see me at any event, let me know that you are a member of the Joy Tribe so that I can greet you specially. Today, I've got, a very, very interesting couple, guys. I'm sure that this is one story you want to sit back, relax, and enjoy because there is so much to learn. You know how we did. Get your popcorn ready. Get something to chew, something to drink because we are about to go on a ride. By the time you watch this episode, you're literally going to be saying, Miri, thank you. Miri, God bless you. But I really want to say a big thank you to this couple. I know they are very, 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 very busy. So I do not take this for granted that, they've spent out time to be here with us today. I really, really just want to say a big thank you to the Salehs. See, fine people. It's not easy. In this life, anything you do, in this life, marry a fine man or marry a fine woman.
Right.
How are you doing today?
It's so good to be here.
Yeah, so good to be here. Thank you for inviting us over. So I think it's been a while getting me, so we decided that we should make it a reality.
Yeah. We're literally shooting this in the night, and I'm glad that
in the night.
I'm glad we could make it happen. It's been a lovely week. I think cold. Yeah, summer is gone, so it's just adapting to a new reality of rain and cold. But yeah, it's been a lovely week.
Welcome back to the cold seasons. Thank you so much. I do not take this for granted. I know that you guys are super busy people, and so I am so grateful. Thank you. Uncle Victor, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much, Innovative. I'm trying as much as possible not to call your wife Ijila on this video. I'm trying so much.
Feel free, please.
I'm really so used to that. Okay, so let's just go right straight into the conversation. So whenever I bring couples on here, I want to ask them questions around, how they met, how they knew that they were meant for each other. I really, really love to hear love stories because I just believe that our stories are very beautiful and very unique. And who knows, from the stories we share, somebody will just, find that courage, find that hope, and, find that trust once again in the fact that God leads his children, and God definitely is still in the business of, connecting lovebirds together. So I'm just going to, keep quiet and listen to your story. I don't know who wants to go first, but I leave that up to you. How did you know that she was the one for you? And how did you know that he was the one for you? So you are free to take us from wherever you want to start this story from, maybe from the beginning, from the middle, from, I don't know. But the floor is yours. I'm just going to keep quiet and begin to listen to you. Over to you, my people.
Here you go.
No, yes, you can start.
Yeah, so I think our love story starts in I've actually received the word for him before I even met him. There was a time I was reading the scriptures, and it's just about I was just praying because it felt like everything in my life was going great apart from relationships. So I
Mm,
kind of end up dating men or getting into relationship with men that are not the right fit for me. So
mm,
it's like a circle that keeps happening. And I just
mm,
gotten out of a relationship that was like an heartbreak, like the person basically ghosted me, and then a few weeks later I saw it waiting online. So I just had to like, okay. And after that I said, okay, what is happening in my life? Like, God, I need you to speak to me. Like, just tell me um what I'm supposed to do. And then it was just like that voice. I know that I've heard it before. That same
mm,
scripture that's always been coming to my mind, that I'm going to give you peace and it's going to be like an umpire to guide you. So I know that God has given me that scripture before, and
yeah.
but it just flashed my mind, and then I moved on and told my friend then that me and my friend we now sat down and said, okay, you know what? Let's just stay away from relationships. So we'll get our acts right, and just so that we'll build that stamina. And that was the pact we made for the rest of the year. And I was doing my no relationship part. I was just
Mm-hmm.
being myself before somebody now came around, and before I knew it, he had swept me off my feet. And next time I woke up like this, I was already married. So
Ah,
what
yeah,
did
yeah,
you do?
yeah.
Because
Oh
I
my
had to
God.
go back to my friend. I had to go back to my friend. That promise you make, I'll scatter all
I'm
because
sorry. Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't be inside this promise again because me, I met someone. But that's like the playful part of the story.
The
But
story. Mm.
the real thing is that we met in October. Yeah, and I was just on my Facebook and I saw this lovely young man that sent me when someone wants to message you and they say my name is
Mm.
this, I do that, I just like give you a small intro before saying they want to be your friend. So I was just like, okay, normal people that will message your Facebook say Angu, I angel, I
Hi, sweetheart. Hi, dear.
so he just gave like a brief introduction. So I was just like, okay, yeah, he works at where did you oh then yeah IITA. Yeah, so he worked at IITA. So and at that point I
Oh,
wanted to get into agriculture as well. So I was just like, it's not be bad to be friends with this kind of person,
nice,
just to
nice.
agree, just learn one or two. So I even told myself, because I've made a this thing with my friends. So I wrote it in my diary that please let's know what we're doing as we're becoming friends with this person. Relationship used to
Mm,
spoil friendship. So that I was with it with a very straightforward mind. I know what I was doing. I wanted friendship and then get to
mm,
know so many things about agriculture from him. And that was the open mind that I said, okay. So when he said he was going to call me, I said, no problem. Let's just talk on phone. And
mm.
with the first chat we had was basically about agriculture. How do you plant cassava? How long will it take? All those kind of conversations. That was all we had.
Interesting.
And then the next time we spoke, he started talking about, let me get to know you more. What do you do and all that? And then 1 month into we speaking, he was like, I don't want to be your friend. I want a relationship with you. And then I remember we had a very long conversation, because from my own point of view is that you need to be friends with someone for a long period of time
Mm-hmm.
before you even know if they are fit enough for you to marry. Like this is one hill I'm willing to die on. You should marry your friend because you've known them,
Right.
you get to know each other. And it was like, well, it's all about intentionality, because the friends that you know
Mm,
you can still know someone for 7 years and they won't know as much about you, unlike someone that wants to really know you, get to know you, and is intentional.
mm,
So we had that very long
mm,
argument. I was not willing to shift my stance. It was still adamant that you don't have to marry your friend, and that was how it just started getting interesting from there. And then the next time, or the first time we were going to meet, um, I was in Ibadan then, so it was like, oh yeah,
mm,
how about we go to Domino's and then just get to meet each other? And I was like,
mm.
I want to meet this person.
Was that going to
But then,
be your first time? Was that going to be your first time
yeah,
of meeting him
yeah,
physically?
that was going to be our
Oh.
first time. So I was like, I want to meet this person. Not really, but there's free Dominoes and it's going to pay. Hey, let's go. Let's just go and take ice cream.
Now Domino's then use catch you. Wait.
I'm copyright. So I was, if you ask me, I was still 100% sure that nothing is going to happen. We're just catching cruise and
Friends,
just being
let's just
friends.
say
Yeah, and I was not, some people will say, let's say where it's going. Out in me, in my mind, it's not going anywhere. We're just catching cruise. Let's just So I was just like, it's not be bad. At least bad as it's bad, I will shall take ice cream. So we went there.
oh,
We bought. I remember we bought pizza. My husband was well dressed. He wore one native dress like that. Me, I just wore one random outfit at home. I said, this uncle is seriously dressed for this. Is he not too dressed for this hour? He's not too dressed. I was eating pizza. He ate just one. I said, you will not take one. He said, no. I said, this uncle, maybe he took two slices of maybe he took two slices of
oh
pizza.
God.
That was it. But then,
Pizza is not even not.
yeah, I know you don't like pizza.
Big fan of
And you don't like ice cream too. Yeah, so all the things. So it was just like mainly me that did lots of the eating then. But then we had really great conversation from our outing that I was now beginning, because I was hanging around him, we were talking. I was now beginning to see him, like side noticing his values, the things he adds there to his art, his drive, his passion. He had a youth church then that I was leading, and I saw how passionate he is about them. I would join during their services. I would listen to him preach, and before you know it, I was already falling in love with him. So, but I did not let you know. I was still trying to form, oh, we're still friends, we're still friends. And then one day, I think it was December, you were like, I think we should divide this relationship. Like, are we in a relationship or not? Like, let us divide it. And that was how I told him yes. And then January, the next year, we started the MC plans and started going to the MC, went to tell my pastor about him, and November we were married. So October, yeah, October we were married. So that's a
So that's
story
really
from
like
our
1 year journey.
yeah, yeah. So the first I was in October and we got married in October as well. Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you so much for taking us on this journey. And I don't know, maybe how did I never ever guess that the first time you met your husband, like it was through Facebook. I probably would never have guessed, because I used to think that maybe people had known yourself like since Tikpe or something like that. Because I know like he wasn't in DL at the time, except if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Uncle
Yeah.
Victor, how did you do this journey? How did you cross 7 miles and 7 oceans and come and carry our sister? How did you do it? Have you always been a friend on Facebook or
Yeah,
something? Have you seen her somewhere before or something like that?
yeah.
Over to you, sir.
Okay, well, I think she said a lot much. So, but yeah, basically, I think for me, yeah, I got to know her through her roommate. So, which she had a roommate while she was doing her PhD program. So that roommate of hers used to be a fellow ESCO while I was serving in NCCF Rivers. So I used to serve in NCCF Rivers at the time. I was the state Bible study secretary, but the lady was the state financial secretary before my set. Her set handed over to us. So we were kind of close because where she was doing her PPA, there was a church she was doing her PPA. I also worked part time with the church because my pastor connected me to that pastor. So I became closer to that pastor. So we were in touch until, she moved to Ibadan later. She started her master's there. I think they were roommates. So that was how I got to know about her initially. So, of course, the first time I got to discover about her, yeah, it just took me time. I just had to keep rethinking if this is something I want to do or not or something. So I think it took time. But there was that month in October then, I later reached out to that my friend just to have a conversation to say, okay, I'm looking at talking to this lady, all of those things. What do you think? So well, she just gave me her own advice, and then
Over a year to
yeah,
the new
yeah.
because
So yeah,
finally,
so
yeah.
she just told me, okay, well, I won't tell her for you or get involved, but allow you
Mm.
to just handle it yourself because his marriage is something that's beyond me telling you as a friend that she's a good girl or not a good girl. You are the one that's going to be involved in this thing with her and stuff. So she just told me. I think I even tried asking for the number. She said no. I should find a way of
Ah,
getting it myself. So
I
so
love
we just banter over it and all of those things you get. And yeah, I think it was during this Lawrence Oyo's wedding. A friend of mine was also part of his
True.
crew and stuff.
it.
And so
Oh.
he was sending pictures from there. I went to Lagos then. I was doing an MBA program, so I had an exam then, so I couldn't come for the wedding stuff. And so I think so. I
Mm.
saw her. She was taking pictures in the wedding. So I said, "Oh, this
Mm-hmm.
girl again, this lady again, and stuff like that." So I was asking him about her. That she said, "Yeah, that she came to take pictures there and stuff." And then so I just thought over it, till that evening. Until maybe it's the
Mm.
following day or something. So I decided, that, okay, let me chat her up because my idea was
Mm.
either I get the phone number from my friend, but my friend said, "Go ahead, try it yourself. Like, it's your decision. Like, it's okay. I'm in support, but I want you to go ahead and do it yourself and stuff." So yeah, so that's how I started her up.
Mm.
But before then, I've been observing her. Of course, I've gone through her page, tried to see from her page a kind of person. So I saw that she was very industrious. Yeah, which for me
Mm.
was a big thing for me. I saw that she was not just somebody that would just be a full-time housewife because that's not what I wanted. So yeah, I saw that she was somebody that can can also add value to my life and all of that. So yeah, a few things aligned, and I saw read through some of her posts.
Mm.
I was able to understand her faith and understand what she believes in from her
Mm.
post and all of those things.
Mm.
Yeah. So I just looked at that. So I just felt like, okay, let me give it a shot. Like, let's get to be friends. And of course,
Mhm.
in my heart at that time, I think I've been praying towards relationships. So I've been very conscious of who to go into relationship with because I just had
Mm.
that sense in that maybe the next relationship should lead to marriage. I just felt like I'm at that point where I wanted to be committed into a relationship for marriage. So I wasn't looking for a 3 years, 2 years long time relationship. I just knew that I
Mm.
wanted to go into something serious. So I was very intentional with my choices and all of that. But yeah, I could see a lot of things that aligned, so I just kind of reached out to her to start conversing with her. But I think within the 1 month of conversing with her, yeah, I had a lot of peace in my heart. I could see that
Mm.
connection where I could see shared values in
Mm.
traveling, finance, being industrial, like trying to build something, so
Yeah.
I saw that also spirit there also, and then
Mm.
our faith aligned, interest around traveling and all of those things, so for me that gave me a nudge. I just felt like somebody I want to relate with the more, and then the more I related with her, the more I felt, more connected to her, the more I felt at peace, the more I felt like, okay, I think this is somebody I would like to spend the rest of my life with. So, and as she
Mm.
said, because I was at that phase of my life where I knew this was what I wanted, I was very intentional. So
Mhm.
there was no time to, play around or just try to have divided attention. So I was very intentional about the whole relationship thing. This is what I wanted, and I think we're able to do it within a year because it was with a lot of intentionality. And yeah, we
Mm.
related well and really went very beautifully. Our conversations, trying to see our life goals where we are going. I could see
Mm.
a lot of alignment, how we
Alignment. Yeah.
complemented, yeah, and all of that. Yeah, I mean, she gave me some advice to even business wife that saved me from loss of some money, a lot of money. So for me, that and many more just gave me that confirmation. Like, this is more like an angel in human form that God has possibly sent my way. So so because yeah, I do have a lot of
It's
friends
me. I
around,
have a
but
very good person.
so but it was special for me. And yeah, she
Mm,
had a lot of wise counsel. She was
mm.
calm, very,
Everything.
yeah. So yeah, it was just
Where is my
interesting
husband now?
for
Eh?
conversing with her. Yeah, it was just interesting relating with her. We had very intelligent
Mm,
conversations because she's also intelligent, and
Oh,
yeah. So I just felt like, okay, this is what I wanted. This is what I want, and so I decided to go
go
all the
for
way
it.
for it, and yeah. So
yeah. And we're able to
Oh,
do several things even while
I love it.
courting. Like, yeah, we traveled out of the country. I think 3 days after our wedding. It
yeah,
was really nice, and it was because we had one mind and one spirit and could just run and make it happen. Yeah,
yeah.
Single people, are you listening? Are you jotting things
Mhm.
down? One mind and one pretty. As Uncle Victor was saying all those things, she's very intelligent. She's gentle. She gave me.
Mhm.
I don't know where my husband did. Like, where is he? He's supposed to be here listening to all these things and be taking notes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Okay.
sharing. And I think that one of the things that I'm picking out from the story you are sharing, is that you both knew what you wanted. I think for Uncle Victor, he knew, he saw you, he had been, following you somehow, scanning, and looking at, oh, this lady had even gone through your profile and all of those things. And you looked like who he wanted to be with. And he's like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. Reached out to your friend, even though your friend has said, oh, I'm not going to give him you his number, a number. Some people would have just felt like, well, let me not even pursue Jerry, it's not worth it. But he went ahead and took the step. If you are very serious
yeah,
about what you want, you will make sure you will find a way to
yeah,
meet the person. And I think again, it just reconfirms what people used to say, that men always know what they want. Like, once they see who they want to be with, they go for it, regardless. They just make sure that at least let it be said that I tried, to talk to this person. Thank you so much. So, one of the questions I want to ask you is, how was the journey like? Being the fact that the wedding was in DL. I mean, anybody in DL, like, I mean, our generation would know innovative photography. Like, she's one of like the top shots, in our photography people, our media people. So, I feel like, how was the journey like for you, especially because you were not in DL at the time? Because I know somebody had even asked a question here before. I think a lady was asking that, what if the brother was coming from outside the church? I don't know that process, honestly, because I didn't go through that process. So how was that process for you? Was it like something you found easy? We know how, our MC can be sometimes, and I mean, it's for our own good too, but how were you able to navigate that period or that process?
Yeah. Thank you. So I think it's just one, a lot of intentionality, two,
Mm,
wisdom, like just wisdom to,
spirit.
yeah,
mm,
patience, to manage stuff. Of course, the procedure is a lot different from where I was coming from, and
mm.
stuff. But the thing is that I noticed that her dad especially wasn't really open to conversing with me except I go through that process. So he wasn't even
That's
ready
No,
it.
to
me
to,
too.
to
I
meet
say
me.
I've met
You
someone to
must
you.
follow that
Don't
process.
forget.
So yeah, and for me, as far as I've gotten that conviction in my heart that this was somebody I wanted,
Mhm,
and if that is the only routes to go through, so yeah, I was just willing to go through the process. So of course, as I said, it was different based on the church that I was attending at that time. It was
mm,
tough because sometimes she said I was leading like a youth fellowship in Ibadan.
mm,
Sometimes I have to travel on Sunday, so I won't be around. I was traveling between Ibadan and Ijebu-Jesha to go for it. I suggested online, but they were not open to online.
you know.
So I was just shuffling and going.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
it was a very tough moment. And
You,
then with Nigerian roots also, it was risky.
you not mention
mm.
that the first time you went there, the person at the secretariat, first of all, he will preach for you and say, brother, please give your life to Jesus.
And
Ah!
Yeah, anyways.
Did you
it's
look
okay.
like somebody that
Just
wasn't
part
born
of
again? I
it.
don't get.
I never understand.
But I didn't pick offense in that because I just felt like he did not know
Mm,
me anyway. And of course,
mm,
the fact that maybe my kind of hairstyle would possibly did not show that I'm born again. So I didn't pick offense to that. It's just the church, and he might have a way of
mm.
scanning me based on the way I'm dressed.
Yeah.
So as I said,
Yeah.
um, my heart was a little bit prepared because I already know a little bit about the church and some doctrines and all of that. Yeah, so I didn't take too much offense. It's fine. I just told him I'm born again and all of that, and then so pray together. Well,
they pray together. I don't even. It's salvation prayer. You guys pray together.
Anyway, but yeah, that's the process was a bit, as I said. I think initially I went there, and then I was told I need to get letter from my church.
Yeah,
introductory letter. So I had to get to my pastor. They wrote a letter for me. I wanted to send it down, but they said I have to come physically to give them the letter. I can't send it down. So I was like, I can just send this thing through DHL or any of these things. They said no. So
you will come by yourself.
So I came down, and then they did an interview for me, I think there was a panel, like asked me questions around my salvation,
Do you have children?
have somebody be pregnant, just a lot of questions anyway, just to, interview me properly and all of those things. I think after a lot of back and forth with the interview, they said, what did they say? I think they told me that, okay, they are going to talk to the lady or call the lady or something.
Yeah.
So I think eventually, maybe they reached out to you, and after all of those processes, and then, then we went for blood test and all of those things. So after a while.
No, they asked if you proposed to me.
Okay.
So I said, yes, that you have proposed to me. I cannot lie. I know about it. So they were not like, that why did that? I said that's why we are here too, so that you people will know that this is what is happening. So I was very sincere with them. So I expected that they were going to like maybe punish us or something.
But I did apologize.
Yeah. So they now said, because my husband very meek and gentleman. So they said that
I love
all the
it.
things
See,
are
let me say something. Yeah. Let me say something. I think that, I mean, based on personal experience also, I feel like when you're going to the MC, or I feel like it's also the mindset. I think the mindset.
Mindset.
You see what
I think it's a mindset.
Uncle Victor is saying that, you know how Uncle Victor is saying that even when they were preaching to him, he didn't take an offense. He just felt like, okay, you know what, normal protocol. You
One of those things. Yeah.
Me, I know why I came here. You understand? There are some people that before they even get to the MC, they're already saying that these people, it is Gidigbo we are going to fight. If you bring fire, I show you fire. And these adults, they don't mind. They can keep you there for 1 year. I'm not even joking.
You can waste your time, that's what you want.
They will not. Do you get? So I think that mindset, I love the fact that he was emphasizing that, you know what, I didn't pick an offense. And I think that's also one thing that also shows the true fruits of a believer. You see what I'm saying? Where you can actually show those your Christian virtues in places where you know that even if you decide to go otherwise, people will say, oh, you are right. I mean, when you fair, you understand that. But the ability for you to be able to say that, in this kind of setting, let me just be myself, let me just ignore, let me just look away for the sake of what I have come here to do. Let me just with them. I think that wisdom is very needed. I think it's very needed. And I hope that anyone listening to you will be able to, pick one or two lessons from that. Continue. Just go ahead.
Yeah, so when we told them that he has actually proposed, they now said, okay, that they understand that Aspa is not a deal member, that he did not know what is applicable. Even if he knew, he did not even know where to go. So they now said they are not going to discipline us because of that. And then the next bit was that they said they will pray about it, because it took a while before they now got back to us.